Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to do something different and I haven't seen anyone do this before. I'm going to combine a Dutch pour with one of my resin beachscapes. So I've got my sand and glue mixture ready. That's Elmer's glue all with some sand I've collected. I have my white paint, so I'm going to do a Dutch pour. The colours I'm using for this one are Grumbacher's Phthalo blue, Liquitex Basics bright aqua green, Artist Loft's light blue, Artist Loft's metallic cobalt blue, Artist Loft's metallic bronze. So the first thing I'm going to do is flood the canvas with the white. I'm going to move my pebbles out of the way. So remember, with a Dutch pour you want the paint to be nice and thin. So, hairdryer. Let's touch up some sides. Make sure all the sides are covered. And this is a 10-inch by 10-inch gallery wrapped canvas. Okay, lots of bubbles. Let's pop those bubbles. I haven't done acrylic paint pouring for ages, but I was having a play in my stude and I thought, oh, I'm going to combine some acrylic pouring with my resin. So I'm doing a Dutch pour with my beach and my resin. So I'm going to do a little Grumbacher and then some metallic blue, and some bright aqua green, and a little light blue, which I'll just trickle around, and then just for some contrast to have the sun shining on my ocean, some bronze. Okay, get my lollipop stick out. I'm going to flood this around. And cover this. And now I'm going to blow this out. I'm going to torch. loads of cells. Now I have my little air gun. So I want to get some contrast here in the middle. Get some white back. Get some of those lovely colours that are hidden under this turquoise. Yeah, look at that gorgeous blue under there. All right, so now I get my sand mixture. And then I just drop it straight onto the paint. So this doesn't have to be applied in any particular way. In fact, because the ocean's gonna, oh, the paint is, this is so gorgeous. When this is dry tomorrow, I'm gonna come and I'm going to add the resin, not onto the sand, a little bit onto the sand, like the surfy bit. But onto the ocean. I'm going to do loads of these. I just love them. I've been doing some practice ones and they've turned out so well. So these are my resin Dutch pour beachscapes. And I actually love how the sand drips down completely uneven around the side. It just goes with everything. And now I've got these really chunky shells. Oh, and by the way, also the sand gets a bit bubbly too. For some reason, I'll just pop. I mixed it a little thinner with the glue than I normally do, just because I wanted it to kind of run a bit. Look at these shells. They're just so chunky. And another one, and I've got lots of starfish and I dye them myself. I dye them by using alcohol ink and blending solution. Here's another one. Let's get some pebbles in. Oh, that one fell off, never mind. All right, that one's gonna fall off. I'll push that one back on. So there we go. When that's dry tomorrow, we will come back and let's resin it. Okay, now the paint has dried. I'm just going to stand it up on some little cups in each corner. And I know it's level because, because I know my table's level. I have some resin mixed. I've also got some Piñata alcohol ink, which I'm going to put in a little cup. Just a little bit. And I'm going to begin at the surf line along here. Won't take a lot of resin. So just here, I'm also going to tip it forward so it comes across like a wave. Just tip some on. Doesn't need to be super thick. And lollipop stick. Here's a lollipop stick. So I'm just going to go over the surf line. Create cells with my torch. And I'm going to bring it back and forward. And back again. You see some lacing. And then the rest of it I'm going to spread out with my fingers. Make sure it's all covered. And the sides. And I've got some extra. Sometimes if you're doing a canvas that isn't tight and you're doing resin on it, it will sink in the middle because resin tends to pool. And if it's going to do that, then you will have to place some kind of cardboard in the back to make sure it stays nice and tight. But the gallery canvases tend to be nice and tight. So, make sure that's covered. I've got a light here. I'm just going to go over just to double check. I haven't missed any spots. And take my torch to get all the air bubbles out. And there you have my first resin Dutch pour beach oceanscape. And I love how abstract it is with these really big chunky shells and blue starfish. So then tomorrow it'll be dry and I can sign it and put it on my Etsy store. So, see you in the morning. So here's the finished result, and I'm really hoping that you can see. It's very hard to shoot resin, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to go in for some details. hopefully without my big fat head in it. And they can see the lacing in the waves and how shiny the resin is. It's absolutely perfect. So I am so happy with my first resin Dutch pour beachscape, and I'm going to do many of these and lots of different abstract colors, and I have lots of really chunky shells and stones I'm going to incorporate. So I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.